All righty. Good morning. Welcome to this morning's broadcast. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Blake, here with the On Point Podcast, where we help you get your financial point across. All righty. I'm a Ravens fan. I always talk about it. Just got my hat, got my shirt, but not everybody can be a Raven fan. But hey, when you get a chance, do so. They won. All right. I'm a little sniffly today. Got a little cold. Not sure what caused that. So just kind of bear with me. Hopefully, you can hear through some of the my sniffles. What I want to share with you today. Um, Wanted to move forward here. Got the presentation here coming shortly, and today what we're going to learn the learning this lesson that I developed here is to equip the youth with essential financial literacy skills and ideas. You're going to learn about the spending pattern. You're going to end up learning about credit, understanding credit, and saving and investing for the future. We'll also this is entitled this podcast is to empower the youth make informed financial decisions and also practical use of financial literacy throughout their own lives. So, with that, some of the learning objectives we have for this particular session, this week and next week, that we're going to bring this across for financial literacy for the next generation. So, some of the objectives: one, understand financial literacy and how it works in our daily life. Two, identify and manage what's called a personal spending habit. We're going to touch on it here a little, but we want to touch on it here. Three, identify any saving strategies, the importance of the emergency funds, things you need to set up for yourself. And as a young folk, you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of debt. So we're going to talk about credit scores, but get yourself in a mindset not to accumulate a whole lot of debt, because credit cards are like drugs, man. You get started, it's hard to stop. So minimize and not use as much credit. And understand the main importance. What I want you to really see is how investing can help you build wealth over time. It's not one setting or not one day, but you systematically accumulate wealth over time. So if you're 20, by the time you get to my age, man, you guys will be millionaires. Now, it doesn't say you have to wait that long, but you plan for the worst and hope for the best. You plan for that 20-year, 30-year game plan, but you're still hoping to, hey, God, to make it happen where it comes even shorter. All right. Again, forgive me with the sniffles here. So we're going to start. Uh-oh. Our presentation does not want to participate in the situation here. That's all right. All right. So when I bring this up, what it's going to share is more of we want to take a journey, take a travel, and we're going to learn about financial literacy. So let's start off first by this is financial literacy for the next generation. I'm your host, and these are three of the objectives from the presentation that and this is going to be over this week and next week. So you understand financial literacy, practical skills for financial management, and also empowering your financial decision as you make them. And young folk, you listen and learn this information now while you're young. As you get older, it'll be a part of who you are. So when you're understanding financial literacy, little sneeze here. Excuse me. All right. Understand financial literacy. Now, a lot of times, what we see now in society, that people plaster financial literacy everywhere, and it's like a buzzword. But financial literacy's true meaning, from my research that I've conducted back for my doctoral degree, is gaining access to economic information and then making use of those concepts. So that helps you with financial literacy, so you can make financial decisions. So it's not like some people like to say, it's just about open a banking account, open a checking account. Those are basics. You need to understand how to gain access to the information, and then once you get it, use it. Then you impact it on your personal goals. Mastering your financial powers, about home ownership, retirement, fostering responsible money management practices. So, from financial literacy, it should impact your financial goals. Because then there's also consequences and ignorances. If you don't pay attention to what's happening now, right now, later, when your now comes, you'll miss it. So if you're not paying attention, you got to focus on the now. If you're not paying attention to now, what you do later will be your now then. And if you missed it here, you'll miss it there. So there's consequences if you're being ignorant about it. Oh, I'm 20. Oh, I got a retirement is a long time away. It's further down the road. It's so far, man. I remember I was 25 like it was yesterday, but I'm not 25. But it goes by that quick. So the sooner you grab on hold of it, the sooner you take it more seriously, the better off you'll be on the end. The better off you'll be on the end. All right. Talks about consequences of financial illiteracy. So if you don't have financial literacy, you got illiteracy. You have increased debt levels. You'll end up getting 4, 5, 6 different credit cards, and sometimes if you have just a $3,000 balance on your credit card and you just make the minimum payment, credit cards have 6 different ways that they calculate interest. If you're late, if you're over the limit, if you have any type of cash out, all those different ways to access the card, each one has a different rate when you pull those funds out. So you can have 3,000 on a credit card, take you 29 years to pay it off because there's so many different ways that those interest rates are calculated. But we don't know that because sometimes when we get the credit card statement, we'll get the statement in the mail, we'll get it, but we won't read it. We won't read the detail inside and see how it messes us up. Missed investment opportunities. There are chances where in your life you'll come into like $10,000 like 2 or 3 times in your life, and that is a chance. It could be 10,000, it could be more, but that's also a chance for you to take advantage of what's available investment wise, where you can take current money now and put it away for future use, and take advantage of that time frame. Wealth. When you miss an opportunity to build wealth, you have lower investments. So someone that's 50 or 60 years old right now, and the average American has $10,000. Let me put it that way. Average American has about $10,000. $10,000 will be gone like that. 100,000 is not as much. 200,000, is good, but it's still not as much as you actually need. So it diminishes your financial growth over time when you miss opportunities. Because opportunity is a moving window like this, and that window right there comes in front of you. If you miss that window and it passes you, that's a missed opportunity. It'll come back around. We're not sure how or when, but it may take a little bit to come back to you. And then if you have limited access to resources, loans, credits, and different lenders. So if your credit score is not good, if you're not paying attention to investment opportunities out there, you try to borrow money or get any something from a lender, you get turned down. And sometimes you need to borrow money from others, minimum, to get yourself to the next position. So it's important to take a hold of financial literacy now, not be illiterate, and you'll miss out. All right, so let's go to the next one here. Take a little break. I've got a cold here. All right, sorry about that. Here we go. All right, spending fundamentals. There's different spending fundamentals that you need to be aware of, and these are spending habits. People like to refer to more of the budgets, but during my research, I found that people don't use budgets. They operate more so on spending habits. So you got to distinguish between your fixed and variable expenses. You have to also create a plan that takes your spending and looks at it and makes sure it's effective to your financial goals. And there's 4 different types of spending habits. I'll identify a little later, but understanding those are fundamentals. It goes beyond budgeting because budgeting is the way things are going now. People don't use budgets. They look at how they're spending. Because if you bought a car or bought a house, it takes half your money right there, and that's way outside of your budget. Investment strategies, saving for the future. So investment, I say, is taking current money and putting it away for future use. So you have different strategies for that. You have to want to look at any type of high yield investment accounts. Pay yourself first is another principle. When this is pay yourself first, that means you're taking a certain percentage out of your paycheck every month. You putting it away. You paying, that's paying you. If you don't do that for you, nobody else will. If you don't take something for yourself and put it aside on a monthly basis for your future, when you if you don't do that now, when you get there later, you're gonna say like, "What in the world? I don't have yet." You're 60 and you got 10 grand. Not gonna go far. Social Security ain't they may take that away. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you because I'm also almost at that age, and it's like they want to take it away. Oh my goodness, you know. That's why you have to have your own stuff. You got to have your own stuff. All right, investment knowledge. Basic investment knowledge is understanding different types of assets. You got to have a like different type of vehicle. So you have different vehicles. On a, say if you're racing a car, you're racing a freeway. Each lane is like having different type, and there's different vehicles in each lane. But if you have a car in each lane, the probability of winning that race is a lot greater because you've got a car in each lane. So investments, you got to diversify. Have how compounding interest helps you grow. Helps you. I think it was Albert Einstein said compound interest is one of the greatest wonders in the world. Understanding that, the rule of 72, understanding how your money grows, your money that you put away grows, and the money that grows, and it's amazing. So learn about investments and learn about the rule of 72 and how interest works on your money. It's important. Like I said, do it now because later when your now comes, if you don't have it in impact, oh man, there's nothing wrong with being old. There's nothing wrong with being broke. But if you old and broke, man, that's a tragedy. All right, let's keep going. All right, relevance in today's financial landscape. Economic certainty. So we have economic certainty. And some people think it just began. Oh, yeah, we had economic certainty, but we've always been in a situation where it's been uncertain from an economic standpoint. If you go back to 1980, 1984, there's a song where one of my favorite rap guys, Run DMC, and it's called "It's Like That." Anyway, but it's like that. It starts off, but it talks about wars going on across the land, talking about inflation is going up, talking about unemployment. And that was in 1984. We're in 2024, still happening. That thought that it's a cycle, it's a process. You got to understand that economic uncertainty and then capitalize on it. Digital finance trend, that's new. Now we see money now is not necessarily the dollar bills that we have, not just the paper money that we have now. Now it's more like plastic with the debit cards that we use now to put money forward. Now it's almost digital. You can do things on your cell phone and money, pay money, get money, and send money to people. So that digital finance trend is here. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So either you're right with it, or society will leave you. You won't understand it. So you need financial literacy. You need to understand the tools, the technologies help us capture and grow with it. Understand it, and then knowledge, empowerment through knowledge. And the word says, and all your and all you're doing, get an understanding, get knowledge, and get an understanding. Knowledge is those inputs that come in, the information that you gather. If you don't have a place where you can get different knowledge and more knowledge coming in, it's hard. So understanding that you're responsible for getting the information that you need to live in life, and if you don't get that information, or you don't have a means for achieving that, it is hard. So you got to have goals to set aside for understanding when you need to invest, activities for investment goals and objectives you want to try. Continue to listen to what I'm sharing. I have more information. I mean, I got tons. That's what God put this in me to understand that people need to know what they need to know in order to get to where they need to be. Understand it. All right. Man, today is rough. These allergies. Practical skills for financial management. What are some practical skills? Identify your spending pattern. And I mentioned there's the types that I identified. There's a shopaholic, there's a stale shopper, penny pincher, and wealth wheeler. So there's four different types of spending patterns. So you can identify what type of spending pattern you operate on, and then adjust to it. Just use, just know that how you are that way, and you have a pattern to choose from. The pattern to use. The main pattern to use is the financial literacy uh, decision model, where you have the knowledge comes in, and the end you have what the behaviors that change. But you're looking at those 5 points in the middle. You're looking at money basics. You're looking at investing. You're looking at borrowing. You're looking at protection. You're looking at these things on a consistent basis, and it reflects the values. When you look at your spending pattern, it reflects the values that you put in place or you have for yourself. So identify the spending pattern that you operate on, and then as you identify that spending pattern, you can follow like the decision model or the behavior model that we created, and that'll help you kind of keep you on track. So if you notice, I haven't said anything about dollars. 10% here, 20% there, 30% there, because numbers. It's not by numbers alone that helps you become financially independent. It's knowledge and wisdom. It's your behavior that make the biggest difference. So here, these are those patterns. And just going to touch on these because we're going to explain more because there's a series I'm going to come out with about spending patterns. But penny pincher, they're like money misers and get wealth wheelers. Those are the ones that are like take the thought and use that and make the money go forward. So that just then there. The first type was a shopaholic. That's they spend. Shopaholic, they get money and bam, they gone for it. There ain't nothing wrong with it, just the way they are. And if you know you're that way, oh, you know what? I just realized that I was absolutely on mute. Let me go back here. Spending pattern. Identify what the spending pattern is. Then here's this 3 and 4, and that's 1 and 2. Sorry about that. You missed a lot of stuff. I messed you up a little bit, but hey, things happen. I don't feel good. But I'm giving you my best. All right. So understand your income. Let me. Hold on. See, I got a little time. I can go back because I was trucking. Let me go back and touch on this point right here about the financial skills, economic uncertainty, digital finance, empowering knowledge. You need all those three relevance to your business so you can understand what's happening. Your finances, understanding that economic uncertainty has been around since forever, and understand that uncertainty is there, but you don't have to participate. You don't have it. You don't have to let it uh, control you. You control it. So you can be. It's not your condition, but it's your position of victory to help you become uh, financially independent. So that uncertainty isn't an uncertainty unless you don't pay attention to it. And then digital finance, friends out mentioned about how cell phones now helps us uh, move money. It used to be paper. Before that, it was bones and exchanging cattle. But the idea of that money changes. But the concept of creating wealth, that's always there. And that's come through knowledge, get that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because that makes the biggest difference. Then we talked about the practical skills and the spending patterns, um, 4 different types that I have. And again, we're going to go over those 4 types, not this class, but the following class that talks about spending patterns, and then understanding those 4 helps. Now, part 2. I'm gonna stop us a little early today because I am not feeling good at all. I tried my best, but I wanted to make sure I get the information out to everyone so they can get grow from it. So the objective was the same for people to understand and know different parts of financial literacy, understanding that it's a spending pattern, understanding that you get the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that you gain from others, and that also to build wealth is not today that's done. It's systematically accumulated over time. You plant that seed, you give it some time, then you reap the harvest. All right. Absolutely. All right. Link there. It goes to my The book, the second book was the Sapphire edition of Financial Legacy. The first one is Financial Literacy. You can still go to my website and get that. Financial Literacy tells us financial literacy lasts for a lifetime, and legacy lasts for generations. So what we're building is an opportunity to be able to create a legacy for your family's family future down the road. Also, let's see here. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Um, Today was kind of a bust, but I hope you got something anyway. But like and subscribe. Scan the QR code there so you can download the app. On the app, you have some additional information that'll help bring the financial literacy more to the forefront for you. And as you see it and hear it and exercise it, that's the main thing. Do your best to, by the time you're 40, have life figured out. So if you're like 20, this is for someone that's younger, 24, 25. This is for a younger crowd. So if you jump on it now, by the time you're 40, I hope you have it figured out by then. What you need to have done, what you need to get accomplished, and do what you need to do. Because after that point, after 40, man, it's like life is. You're all into life. You're all into. You got family and other ones. And if you don't have it straight, that means your family won't have it straight. That those that follow you will have it straight. So make sure you plug in and take advantage of what's available. So again, the purpose of this lesson was to equip the young folk with financial literacy skills. This is just the first half. Second half is next week about spending patterns, saving, investing, and understanding how credit uh, works or doesn't work for you. But I'll get more into that credit as well. But with that for today, again, I'm a little sick, a little under the weather, but I did my best to be able to still share. Uh, I know you got something because I give it my all the time. So again, we'll see you. We'll stop for today, and we'll begin again. We'll start with part two next week here on the On Point channel. And always remember to stay tuned, stay informed, and stay on point. See you again next week.